We should never take impeachment off the table. We should never take where we see law breaking. We should never take accountability off the table.
This nonsense from like AOC that he should be impeached is just absurd. Absurd. There's no... Okay, get back to me when you've read the Constitution or get a law degree, because you sound like an absolute...
What unfolds when two major political figures meet head-to-head on live television?
The true radical left, who's gone beyond all the identity issues. I mean, just don't get me wrong, the person I'm going to show you is 100% wrapped in all of them. But like, genuinely believes the Hitler fascist stuff, like is distraught because they really think Hitler just got reelected. Most of them were just pretending, but then there are the ones who genuinely believe it, like AOC.
We are about to enter a political period that will have consequences for the rest of our lives. Donald Trump has talked about turning the military on U.S. citizens that he deems his domestic political.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, famous for her bold remarks, stands across from Megyn Kelly, a seasoned commentator known for her sharp, strategic replies.
Absolutely no ground to impeach the president. He 100% moves within his constitutional authority and his congressionally authorized authority to do what he did on Saturday. Okay, but as for whether it's a good idea, that's a debate we should be having. And look, you know, if we could get congressional approval of the specific action, fine, I'm okay with that too. If you want to bring it to Congress, go ahead and see how that goes. I don't think it's necessary.
The moment these two stepped into the spotlight, viewers could tell this wasn't going to be an ordinary exchange. The atmosphere felt charged, almost electric, as their opposing viewpoints clashed in real time. AOC confidently pushed for impeachment, emphasizing responsibility and consequences, and the discussion quickly grew intense.
AOC has been out there on this, I don't know if it's campaign trail, I don't know what we're calling it, but this like fight the oligarchy tour with Bernie Sanders, from which, you know, venue to venue she travels first class, sipping her champagne, you know, in the first class cabin as the losers and plebs walk by to coach. They're the ones she's really fighting for. And she's decided to ramp up her anti-Trump rhetoric in a way she's done before, but that could be deeply problematic for her if Trump actually decides to pay.
I don't think that's necessary, she insisted, but Megyn Kelly was ready. With precise timing and a clear plan of her own, she prepared to counter every point AOC raised.
On AOC and see what she has to say.
Reaction on what's going on with Elon Musk and President Trump on Twitter right now.
Oh man, the girls are fighting, aren't they? I think this breakup we've been seeing a long time coming, but we'll see what the impacts are of it legislatively.
Okay. You're so cool referring to them as the girls. She's above it all, Ben. That's what she's trying to telegraph. You see, she's the adult in the room, the one out there who does a preacher accent, and she leans into her fake Latina accent. And like, she's the adult.
As the debate intensified, something fascinating began to unfold. Kelly expertly shifted the focus from policy details to performance, revealing cracks in AOC's otherwise polished political image. Her relentless questioning rattled AOC.
The reason this is relevant is because a congresswoman who you may know as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been telling us for years that she is from the Bronx. And recently she had a fight with President Trump over tweet, text, truth, whatever. And she played tough and said, "Oh, don't you mess with me. I'm a Bronx girl. And we eat Queens boys for breakfast." Because that's where Trump was raised, in Queens. And respectfully, AOC. Well, that's real cute, except she only lived in the Bronx until she was age 5. The rest of her childhood, 1 through 12th grade, in Yorktown Heights, which is Westchester. And by any measure, it is richer, nicer, and more white collar than the Bronx, with all due respect to my friends in the Bronx. She's pretending to be a Bronx girl because she wants this to be part of her origin story, the same way as she wants now to be called Alexandria Ocasio,
who usually appears composed on camera, leaving her momentarily uneasy and fidgety. This clash went beyond mere differences of opinion. Viewers started to question AOC's credibility as a representative of the people after witnessing Kelly's masterful display of political strategy. If you're intrigued by the twists of political battles, make sure to follow the latest updates. Hit the subscribe button. Your support fuels our efforts to bring every remarkable moment to you. What comes next is truly unmissable.
The audience couldn't look away.
Fourth place, not necessarily fourth place. This is just, I'm going to start with as the fourth possibility, but I've got four total, and you'll decide what order they go in. I'm going to kick it off with AOC. Okay, her real name is Sandy Ocasio. This is what she went by her entire life, Sandy Ocasio. And only when she decided to run for office did she decide to suddenly become Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and lean into her Puerto Rican history, where her mother was born in Puerto Rico, but her father was born in New York City. And she decided to tell us sob stories about how she's from a poor family and she was living, paycheck to paycheck. Meanwhile, she was raised in a Tony part of Westchester called
Megyn Kelly, determined not to lose momentum, pressed forward. The tension in the room was palpable as the audience waited for the next move. Her pointed analysis of AOC's practice performance captivated everyone watching, proving just how unpredictable these exchanges can be. AOC called for the president to be held accountable and pushed for impeachment, delivering her points with urgency, flair, and passion. But Megyn Kelly saw things differently. She asked for specifics and clarifications, questions AOC seemed unprepared to answer. The repeated demands for concrete details visibly frustrated her, revealing cracks beneath her usual confident exterior. AOC's style often relies on vivid language and sweeping narratives to captivate her audience.
There's AOC, who said the following.
And beliefs were ignorant, uneducated, and sought to disenfranchise millions of Americans. Far from the working tirelessly to promote unity, unquote, asserted by the majority in this resolution.
Then she voted no. She refused to join in the resolution. Consequences to her politically for doing that?
I would love to have her run for president of the Democratic side. It's a contrast, right? What you see is what you get. If that's what you think can lead this country, is that where your values are? Is that what you think will continue to promote American freedom?
Perfect for social media clips, but far less effective in a live, unscripted setting. Kelly zeroed in on this, showing how AOC's arguments leaned more on theatrical presentation than on solid evidence. As the questioning intensified, AOC began to stumble, shifting positions and resorting to vague generalizations. The energy in the room shifted dramatically. Known for her strong social media presence, AOC struggled to maintain her usual composure while repeating high-minded claims about accountability and justice. Kelly, a seasoned journalist, remained skeptical, refusing to accept unverified assertions. Step by step, she peeled back the layers of AOC's approach, revealing how charisma and savvy online tactics sometimes overshadow genuine discussion. Viewers watched as Kelly exposed the gaps in AOC's strategy. Balancing public appeal with real political influence is tricky, and her reliance on style over substance became clear. The probing, detailed questions left AOC visibly rattled, highlighting how her social media persona, friendly, passionate, even defiant.
Report today that AOC may be getting ready to run for president, that her team is looking, and I know you've said she could potentially do it, but her team is looking at maybe Senate. Chuck Schumer is, I think, going to be 78 when he runs for re-election. That's really old, and the Democrats seem to get that now. Or she might just go for president. And at the same time, this happened today. The Republicans in the House introduced a resolution to honor Charlie Kirk. It condemns them.
Doesn't always translate to live debate. While her approach can quickly rally support online, live scrutiny demands more than charm, and Kelly made that strikingly obvious. This exchange with Megyn Kelly was unlike any AOC had faced before. Traditional tactics that had made her a progressive favorite held little sway. Kelly methodically dismantled the performance, asking sharp questions that revealed new angles of AOC's positions in real time. Viewers could see the shift as it happened. The line between political theater and policy became unmistakably clear. Kelly's probing exposed how AOC's flair often masked a lack of detailed answers in complex debates. Delivery mattered as much as content, and through careful questioning, Kelly highlighted just how much AOC relies on spectacle. When pressed on specific policies, AOC struggled to respond, showing the difference between crafted social media messaging and live debate scrutiny. The tension in the studio was tangible. Could AOC recover fully, or would the pressure show in uncharacteristic ways? As the discussion unfolded, audiences glimpsed the layers her theatrical style had previously hidden. It became a live lesson in political strategy and presentation. Throughout, Kelly stayed composed, demonstrating the power of substance over style, cutting through the flash of sound bites to reveal the real test of leadership. As the discussion unfolded, the contrast between Kelly's reasoned approach and AOC's passionate delivery became even more apparent. Megyn's precise questions left little room for broad gestures and dramatic highlights, forcing accountability, logic, and evidence, qualities often missing from performative political speeches. The final moments revealed more than who won the exchange. They highlighted the vital role of substance in political debate. For AOC, it may have been a turning point, showing that the spotlight can reveal more than style and charisma. Now, we want to hear from you. Has this conversation changed how you view AOC's political stance? How much weight should performance carry in politics? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your input helps foster deeper, meaningful discussions. Let's keep this conversation going.